Hello boys and girls, welcome to your second lesson on persuasive writing. Today we are going to look at persuasive devices. Persuasive devices are language features used in a persuasive piece of text. I felt it was important to look at this first, so we are going to learn about how to use the language, word choice, and then after that, once we feel confident with that, we're going to look at the structure of the text. So how to organise all of what we've learned into a logical order. A written piece of persuasive text is intended to persuade the reader to think in a particular way. So, for an example, let's use chocolate. Surprise, surprise. So, I might say that Cadbury's chocolate is the best chocolate out there. Cadbury's is my favourite. But say, for example, Mr. Loudon thinks that Galaxy is the best chocolate out there. In my piece of persuasive writing, it would be my job to try and convince Mr. Loudon to think the same things as me. So that, Cadbury's chocolate is the best chocolate. And persuasive devices help us to do that. So we're going to look at words, word choice, we're going to look at questions, we are going to look at lots of different things, techniques and tools that will help us do that. So here is a little rhyme, an acronym, a little phrase that will help us remember all the devices that we can use when we come to do our hot task. So go through a forest, to be heard, get notice, and to draw in the reader to your writing. So go through a forest. If you remember that, that's absolutely fine. A forest is the acronym, okay? And you will see that down the left-hand side of the next slide. So each letter stands for a persuasive device. A is for alliteration. F is for facts. O is for opinions. R is for repetition, and rhetorical questions. E is for emotive language and exaggeration. S is for teeth back in, statistics. And T is for three, the rule of three. Okay, now you'll probably have seen that there are some features within the persuasive devices that we have already covered in our previous writing lessons. For example, rhetorical questions. We touched upon this during our instructional writing, and emotive language and exaggeration is something that we touched upon in our imaginative writing. Now, it's okay to touch upon things that we've already learned, because that only just deepens our understanding and improves our confidence of how to use these particular features of language. And you will see that sometimes features that you use in one piece of writing can lend itself well to another piece of writing. Exaggeration, I want to touch upon that. We did look at that in imaginative writing, but we used a fancy Nancy word for it. I am going to set you a wee challenge. If anybody can send me a voice note, a piece of paper, a photo of you holding up the word that we use, the fancy Nancy word we use for exaggeration, I am going to give each child that can remember it 10 dojos. Now, boys and girls, just touching upon that really briefly, I am going to start dojos back up for children that are going above and beyond, doing their best work, presentations up to standard, all of that. And then when we get back together, you will be able to spend your dojos in class. So 10 dojos for the person who can remember the fancy Nancy word for exaggeration. Okay, we're just going to quickly touch upon alliteration. I don't feel like we need to spend a lot of time on this. It is a concept, an idea, a feature that you have used for many, many years throughout your learning journey in school. So alliteration is a device used using a series of words that begin with the same sound. So for an example, walking wombats wobble. Another example, oops, just went too fast there, apologies. Oh, he's still wobbling away. There we go. A particularly perfect pizza went away again. I don't know what happened there. Goodness me. So, particularly perfect pizza. And you could almost imagine that being used as an advert, a particularly perfect pizza. It's an eye-catching phrase. It makes you remember. So, can you think of an alliterative phrase which includes an animal or a pet? Now, you could choose your own pet, you could choose a friend's pet, you can choose your favourite animal that lives in the jungle or the ocean. I don't care, okay? Whatever you want. I want you to think about how they act, what they look like, how they move. Think about all these things, sounds they make, their environment. And you need to associate words that relate to that animal. So for example, if I said monkey, well, monkeys have a tendency to be known for being quite cheeky. So a word that I know that might match a monkey, I'm already using alliteration here, is mischievous. Also a word that has been on our orange wall for far too long, boys and girls. So I might use the mischievous monkey. Now, how you brainstorm that, I don't mind. What I do want you to do is you could either draw your animal and you can brainstorm all the words that you might choose to use in your alliterative phrase. You might want to write a list, or you might want to just do the phrase. You're going to do this into your remote learning jotter. You will then send a picture to me attached to the template, okay? So you could do a mind map, you can do a list, or you could just, if you know the phrase and you can think of a really sizzling phrase, then do that, okay? Now, I want you to pause the video now and go and do your remote learning journey. Okay, hi boys and girls, welcome back. So now we are going to look at facts. A fact is something which is truthful and can be proven. Facts can be used to support a point being made. So it's something that is true and it could be justified. And what's also really good about a fact and persuasive devices is that you can, if you have an opinion and you think something, you can back it up with a fact. And I'll give you an example in a moment. So examples of facts are a triangle has 3 sides, straight sides. So they're not curved, they don't have more, they don't have less. It is a fact. A triangle is made up of 3 sides. That can be proven by drawing the triangle. Cats have whiskers. That is a fact. That can be proven just by looking at a cat. People need water to survive. That is an absolute fact. We need water to survive, and there's lots of documents out there explaining why we need water to survive. So an opinion is someone's point of view. It's what we think, and what we think might be different from what another person thinks. And that's what makes human beings different and wonderful. So let's see, this is not based on fact or knowledge. It's just people's thoughts and feelings. So a triangle has 3 straight sides. That is a fact. An opinion might be triangles are easy to draw. Okay. I might think triangles are easy to draw because you can use a ruler and it only has 3 sides. Whereas somebody else might find circles easier to draw than triangles, and that would be their opinion. Cats have whiskers. Fact. Cats are cute. That's an opinion. Some people don't like cats and they don't find them cute. Some people are actually, quite a lot of people are quite scared of cats. People need water to survive. You need to drink 2 to 3 litres of water each date or survive, and that's an opinion. Okay, so now this is a task where you're going to need your remote learning jotter. I do not mind how you organise this in your remote learning jotter. You might want to do a picture and write a fact at the top and an opinion underneath. You can be as creative as you like. You might want to colour it in. You might want to use the internet to help you with some of your facts. That's absolutely fine. So in your jotter, I want for you to think of one fact and give me one opinion for each of these items. Okay? And then I want you to send it to me in the template that I provide. There will also be a worksheet that you need to complete for this, and I will upload this as lesson 2B. Okay? So off you go. Could you send that? I'll put a wee attachment. I'll put a template onto this lesson. All you need to do is upload photographs for your first task and then your second task. And then there will be an additional worksheet for today's writing lesson. That's all from me. I hope you work hard and I hope you try your best. And I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.